Today. Okay. All right. We got the ding recording notification. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the InstructLab weekly community meeting for December 10th. Before we get started, let's go through some of these things to keep in mind. All our meetings are governed by the InstructLab Community Code of Conduct, and our meetings are recorded like it is now and will be posted. The recordings will be posted in the InstructLab YouTube channel. If you prefer not to be on camera, you're free to join with your cameras off, or you can also dial in via phone. And if you're in Google Meet, please use the raise hand function to ask questions. And also there's a chat function in Google Meet, which you can use to discuss stuff or ask questions. And we'll try to bring that into the meeting as well. And at the bottom of the meeting notes, there's this attendee list. Feel free to add yourself there with your GitHub profile. It's optional, but we like to see all of you participating in these meetings. So thanks for that. And we can get started. Who would like to make the CLI naming announcement?
I can do it. I don't think Nathan's
All right.
here.
Thanks, Charlie.
So, hello everyone. We had that open dev doc that I think merged last Friday, and the votes there kind of caused. I think we were renaming it Core. The other options were I'm actually forgetting the other options. I think
Engine?
there was Engine. I think Engine
Yeah.
was the second most
Right.
voted for one.
And was it Orchestrator or something?
Yeah. So Core is the one that won out. So what that means, we're not changing names of like the repo or anything, but we're going to change references from things that previously said CLI to Core, kind of as the InstructLab repo expands its purview and then does more things than just maintain a command line interface. So you might see some README changes, description changes, PRs coming up, stuff like that, but nothing major. But thanks for voting. So we appreciate all the participation on that one. And with the InstructLab dog, we had a lot of participation on that PR. I was personally very biased for Lemmy, but yeah, he lost by a vote. I think it was rigged. I personally think it was rigged because they put a photo of a dog, which of course is always going to win, the cute photo of the dog. But whatever, here we are.
Yeah, that's a marketing trick. Always add a picture, cute picture. Yes. Okay, that leads us to the next announcement. Our InstructLab mascot now has a name. Is Ladu. How do you pronounce it? Akash, are you on? Can somebody kind of confirm the pronunciation? Anybody knows?
I've heard Ladu.
Ladu. Okay, I like that. Ladu. Okay.
It sounds like we might need another vote, actually.
Right, like if you can't pronounce the name, it's kind of hard.
Or just vote on how to pronounce it. We could have an official community pronunciation.
I know that it's not pronounced Ladu because Akancha always corrects me every time I say it that way, but I can't remember the correct one.
Okay, we need to get like a recording of him pronouncing it and and share that. Ladu, okay. Okay. Anyway, I won't try to butcher the name. we'll maybe get an update from Akash personally. All right. But yeah, so that's the name announcements, new names that we have. So following that, we have just a few more last minute CFP reminders. There's actually a DevConf India for those who are based in India or would like to travel there for an event. They have the CFP open till the 15th. PyCon US, I mentioned last week, is open till December 19th. And this Conf42 Python, it's a virtual event, online event. They have their CFP open a bit longer till January 27th. I just added that as well. So if you're interested, please take a look. All right, we have a big update about SDG. Please, who can take this?
Yeah, I'll go into this. I won't read the update. I put some context here for people that want to get more detail. But we have an upstream dependency to release some new version that exposed we were a little too loose in some of our own dependency pinning. So new installs of InstructLab are currently, at least parts of the workflow are broken. So we're working to push out a new SDG 062 today, hopefully, which should fix that for new installs. That's the tactical, that's the immediate thing. Longer term, we're working on some changes. We're reconciling some code from a Red Hat research team that expands our data generation capabilities. That's in progress and will be a largest change to SDG coming in 07. And we're also working to expand our document types that we support, and as well start to expose our internal APIs differently within the SDG project so that we can separate out all these different concerns that SDG has today. So if anyone's interested in the internals of SDG and all that, that's something we could talk about maybe in a different forum over email or Slack or something like that. But I just want to let you know those things are incoming. So we have a lot of community members creating PRs against SDG. And in some cases, we're having to say, hey, this is like we have an imminent refactoring in place of everywhere this PR touches. We might need to defer this because we have a lot of larger PRs that are trying to land soon. And so 707 will be a big release for SDG. And we haven't yet figured out, there may be some breaking changes. So we have to figure out as like a community, pre 1.0, are we doing breaking changes in minor releases or not? There's some things we'll have to figure out there. But that's just a heads up in case anyone's aware or is trying to get work into SDG, that right now the maintainer team is pretty swamped and some large changes they're trying to review and get in.
All right. Thanks, Ben. So is SDG channel on Slack kind of the best way to reach you and the team?
That is a way. I would say if it's a longer form discussion, Slack's probably not the best place, and we would prefer either a mailing list or on GitHub.
Yes.
For if it requires more discussion, right? If it's just
Yeah.
something where you have a quick something, then Slack is fine.
Yeah. I think that goes for most projects. So yeah, good point. All right. Any questions about SDG for Ben? Cool. I thought we'll have a bit more discuss, but if is there any other topics anybody would like to bring up?
Oh yeah, I just want to mention one thing. So yeah, that SGG thing that Ben was talking about, there was that issue yesterday where we basically, as he said, like a dependency was updated. There was a new release, like a major release, and that broke it. There was also an issue with MyPy, which we use as a check for linting. And so we have a couple of repos where the CI is broken, but I've created bug fix PRs for it in InstructLab and that STG bug fix that I linked to. So if there are issues with MyPy, I recommend looking at, that bug fix. It's just a couple of tweaks to the talks.ini file. That should hopefully fix some issues. Basically, it was similar around the same time where there was an upstream change pushed, and then MyPy broke due to one of its dependencies having an update.
Okay. Thanks for the update, Courtney. Do you have a link to that issue or something you can add perhaps to the document?
Yeah, sure. I can file like an issue for MyPy. I mean,
Okay.
I put it in the same bug fix PR, I think, because I was trying to figure out like why it wasn't running, and it was just this MyPy issue.
Right. Yeah. Just to have something to point people to in case they ask.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah. Thanks. Yes, JJ.
This is new topic. So an update on the CMB, making progress. As of just went brain dead. As of yesterday, we're cycling through different versions of Granite 3 8B base to turn it into Granite 3 8B lab. Yeah, there we go. The names are so painful to use. And the number is going up for the evaluation, which is good. We still are running into a few problems here and there though. So we're trying to get that resolved. But there is a conversation we need to have as a community, and I'm not too sure how to bring this up, so I'm bringing it up here, and then maybe we can start something else. The actual cycle of training this model is a lot faster than we were expecting, which is actually a benefit, right? So I'm an old, sysadmin. I like automation. I've made many jokes about Jenkins before. But there's a theory that we could, every single PR that comes in could create a release candidate of the changes from that actual run, the amount of PRs that come in and work from there. So in theory, instead of having big batches coming out of PRs, we could just give people access to it. I've already talked to Anil briefly about hosting places for these staging models through the GUI. And from there, then somebody who has access to that PR, for instance, they put it in, that all could like line up so we don't have people like slamming our machines with questions and all. I mean, it's very, very down the line idea, but we could be moving towards that. Go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah, another thing here is that if you do it on a PR basis, it'll make it probably a lot easier to do the automation of responding to those PRs and being like,
Yep.
here's your score. It was bad or it was good.
Yep.
Because I know we had a lot of work in progress way back when to do that and to kind of read the eval scores for each PR in a batch. So if it's just a singular one, then that's much easier.
Yep.
So.
It's a natural progression, right, of what we're trying to do. And I see like the SRE, DevOps, whatever you want to call me, professional sees how we can put all these pieces together. We just need the pipeline to work how we expect it to. We need the thing on the outside to come out how we expect it. So Charlie, check out the channel real quick, and you'll see that I have statements in there. But we're getting there, this is all good. And I had a personal goal about releasing at least the first version of it this week, just because I thought we would be able to get there at the rate we're going. I don't know if we can, but we will celebrate the moment that Granite 3.8b, Granite 3.0 dense lab 9 or 6 alpha beta 2 gets released.
Yeah, it's really possible that the issues that you're hitting are because of the chat template. Like if the model itself is giving you a 6.8 eval score, which isn't horrible, then it's definitely knows things. But it looks like the issues are coming from it's just looping when you try to talk to it. It's just like responds to itself and stuff like that, which usually is an indicator of the wrong chat template, which is possible that with Granite 8b 3 whatever, we just added that. We just added that functionality to chat with the model. So it's possible that something is not being identified properly after training as a Granite 8b model. So the person who would probably know the best about this is JD. I don't know if he's here. But yeah, he is. Cool. So maybe after this, we could take to the channel and try to figure out why that's happening. Because if it's prompting properly and getting the prompts back with the proper answers, then it's probably just a chat issue.
Perfect. That's great news. Sorry, Ali, go ahead.
I was just curious around what kind of training times you were seeing.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. We'll talk offline.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. I recorded calls.
All right, sounds promising. And yeah, I think I like the idea of each PR having a release candidate as well. So looking forward to seeing that in motion. Any questions or comments about the CMB community model build? All right, thanks JJ for the update. Oh yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, one last thing. Just so everyone hears, and this is recorded, so somebody who's not watching, we have been doing this behind a curtain, and I acknowledge that is the wrong way to do this. We should have been doing this in the open, but with the amount of iterations that had to happen, we made an executive choice to do this way. So that's why it's always been kind of trickling information out. But as soon as we release this model to Hugging Face, I am turning it public and everybody can see the conversations and all of that. And I want people to join and I want people to see this work that's been done. It's just that there's been so many hiccups that it would just cause questions and frustration for the community to see the friction. I hope you understand that I'm trying to do it right. It's just unfortunate we did it this way, but we were getting very close to not having to do this anymore, or behind the curtain anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. And definitely we strive for openness as much as possible. But you know, sometimes you have to get things done. If it's not going to even happen, that's you know, even worse. So thank you, JJ, for all the work you have put in for this. Cool. Okay, any other topics, things to celebrate? Questions, problems? Okay, since we are kind of near the holiday season, I would like to share that next week, the community meeting will be hosted by Kara. Most of you probably know her already, so she'll be hosting that next week. And then the following 2 weeks, because I think that's already the Christmas week, 24th and the 31st. It's basically like the day before Christmas and the day before New Year's. We will cancel the community meetings. And so I'll remove them from the calendar. So don't worry about staying up for or you know, attending the community meetings for those 2 weeks. I hope you enjoy the holidays with your family and loved ones. I think for each of the other meetings, the core meeting, the UI meeting, and so on, they will have make their own plans what to do in the holiday season. But for this community meeting, we will not have them on the week of December 24th and December 31st. All right. Any other open items, open floor, things people want to share, get off your chest? If not, thank you everyone for this well, short but interesting meeting with lots of good news and 2 new names to remember. Now it's InstructLab Core and Ladu. We'll figure out the name pronunciation for the little doggy. All right, thank you everyone. Take care. See you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carol.
So, yeah.
Cheers.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye.